Hi guys, on this episode I am going to have to first start with a disclaimer. The reason I'm going to have to start with a disclaimer is because throughout this episode you are going to find that on many occasions I'll be gloating with glee, yeah, and saying things like I told you so. So if you find this sort of things vexing, totally understand. Maybe this is the moment that you should exit, and perhaps you should come and join me on another episode where I'll be more objective and less gloating. Anyway, so now that we have gotten that out of the way, what is it that I will be gloating about with glee, you ask? Well, it's like the title says, yeah, I will be gloating about the fact that Abang Jo's luck looks like it is indeed running out. Why am I gloating about this, you ask? Why am I gloating about this? Well, it's because last year, somewhere around in May, yeah, I had already predicted that Abang Jo's luck will be running out. Although nobody in the country, nobody else, yeah, absolutely nobody else saw it coming. I predicted it at a time when Abang Jo was flying high, yeah, he was flying high. He was hailed as a kingmaker in the country. He had won with overwhelming majority the state and federal seats in Sarawak. When under his reign, Sarawak was supposedly it become extraordinarily rich. Yeah? Its revenue last year was an astronomical 14 billion ringgit. Yeah, guys, 14 billion. This was head and shoulder above any other state. When many people were even talking about how he should go for the top position in Malaysia, the Prime Minister post, yeah? And no one, absolutely no one, was even imagining that he might be losing his top spot as the Premier of Sarawak. The prediction I made, by the way, irritated Abang Jo immensely because at least half a dozen police reports were lodged against me. Even an unknown random Indian guy took an offense to it enough to invest his time, his effort to go to the police station and make a police report against me, even though he had absolutely nothing to do with this Indian guy, and I don't even know who he is. I was actually like looking at his name, like, do I know this guy? Why is this guy lodging a police report against me? Is he my uncle's friend or something like that? But no, I have no idea. Nobody knows. He's totally not related to me, like, yeah. Totally don't know why this random Indian guy was lodging a police report against me. When I found out that so many police reports were lodged against me, some people I knew even took the opportunity to take a jab against me. They said I was just acting like a paid cyber trooper, yeah, who is just doing a smear job on Abang Jo for the sake of money or whatever it is. It made me think, like, with friends like this, who needs enemies, like, yeah. But now this is the time I'm going to gloat to all of you who condemn me then. This video is made especially for you guys, like, yeah. Next time I say something, listen to it seriously. Instead of crying cyber trooper la, fitna la, jealous la, whatever la, as if you can see further than me. I am a student of history, a student of politics, student of psychology, a student of philosophy, who has long reflected on the nature of mankind, who has investigated deeply, I would say, into the subject, what is really that drives human nature, and who has seen how power and politics play out, not only in our times, but throughout the pages of history. It is because I've studied long and deep that I do things like predict what is going to happen, even when no one sees it. All of you, on the other hand, are just emotional and sentimental people that believe that what you want will happen, or that I should listen to you for no other reason than because you believe that all of you are such good and wonderful people, and you believe that you're such a good and wonderful people for absolutely no good reason, yeah? And thus emotionally and sentimentally you believe that what you say deserves to be taken seriously, or delusionally assume that the gods or the fates or destiny has no other job than to make your desire come true because you're such a good and wonderful people. Absolutely delusional, yeah? Absolutely delusional. But anyway, coming back to the topic of Abang Jo, why do I believe that his luck is running out? Well, it is because recently, yesterday or 2 days ago, news report has emerged that Awang Tengah, the current Sarawak number 2, will likely be challenging Abang Jo for the top spot soon. Now, I know many of you might not know who Awang Tengah is, so let me give you a brief description, just a one-line description. Awang Tengah is the Sarawak number 2, and he is a heavyweight in Sarawak politics, in his own right. He's also a low-profile, fly below the radar sort of politician. That is why you rarely hear about him. So the fact that his name has now emerged publicly as a challenger to Abang Jo is definitely a sign that the plan to dislodge Abang Jo is well underway. I say well underway because if it was not well underway, Awang Tengah's name would not have come up. That it has come up means that the plan to topple Abang Jo has probably been fully set up. It's fully set up. That his name, that Awang Tengah's name has come up, most likely means that Abang Jo's luck has indeed run out. His days are probably numbered, and all that remains now is for him to walk into the trap that probably has been fully set up for him. Now, expectedly, Abang Jo doesn't believe a word of it. That is why he has come up with a statement to dismiss the rumor that his number 2 is gunning for his position. In his usual fashion, he dismissed the rumors that there is a rivalry between him and Awang Tengah by saying that it is merely driven by jealousy over Sarawak's rapidly growing economy. Okay, here's the thing, even with me before this, Abang Jo always accuses everybody that questions his suitability to be on top of being jealous of him. That's always what he says. Everybody is jealous of him. It is like he expects everybody to clap hand, cheer, and be happy that he's on the top. It's like he doesn't understand that in this world, if you have something of value, everybody wants it. If your business is doing well, rival businesses will try to get a piece of your business for themselves. If you are the reigning champion in anything, challengers will be training hard and perpetually trying to figure out a way to defeat you and take your trophy, take your belt, take your prize. This is not jealousy. Guys. This is just the way that the world works. If we have something of value, everybody will want it for themselves too, not just be happy for us. If we don't understand this, then we are, given to fall. Just given to fall. By the way, the news that the news that Awang Tengah is going to challenge Abang Jo coming up in the open is not the only sign that Abang Jo is going to face troubled times soon. Last month, PDP and SUPP, 2 parties in the Abang Jo-led coalition, GPS, have also come out publicly to state that they are in an open state of feud. It is not normal for parties in a coalition that is winning so handsomely like GPS to have its component parties in open feud with each other. That they are in an open feud is a sign that their feud is likely being stimulated by external influence, which is in turn a sign that the plan to dislodge Abang Jo from the top position is indeed well underway, and it will likely be executed from different directions lah, yeah? That Nurul Izzah all of a sudden, suddenly from nowhere lah, yeah, fired a salvo against Sarawak state government last month by saying that the Sarawak government should have done more to attend to the native customary land rights in Sarawak, is also another sign that the plan to topple Abang Jo has indeed been set in motion. Nurul Izzah, by the way, is most likely going to be the commander-in-chief for PH's campaign against Abang Jo's GPS in the upcoming Sarawak state election. It must be done before April 2027, but most people say it will be done by next year, somewhere around next year in 2026 itself. That she has open fired against Abang Jo's GPS in the coming on the subject of native customary land rights issue in Sarawak is not only a sign that the plan to topple Abang Jo is clearly underway. It is also a sign that the native customary land right issue is going to be an Achilles heel of the Abang Jo led state government that is going to be exploited by his opponents in the day to come. Also, this is just my belief. There is no signs of it yet, but it's just my belief. As it is in Malaysia in general, and judging by how the corruption in the mining scandal erupted in Sabah around a year before the Sabah election was scheduled to commence, I'll also go on a limb to say that in the not too distant future, corruption scandal might also erupt somewhere in Sarawak as a means to achieve political victory in the coming Sarawak elections. Call me cynical, call me jaded, but if there is no corruption angle to the power and political play in Malaysia, I feel it's like having no egg in your nasi lemak. The entire thing just feels incomplete. So that is why I believe, although there is nothing in the news field to suggest there's going to be like any corruption scandal erupting soon, I believe that it is bound to happen lah. It always happens in Malaysian politics, yeah. Anyway, in the way I see it now, Abang Jo's challengers have already surrounded him with the 1. PDP SUPP open feud, 2. native customary land issue, and 3. Awang Tengah. In the very near future, I'm quite confident that even more issues are going to erupt to surround Abang Jo even further, even tighter. They say that opportunity multiplies as they are seized. Well, guess what? The contrary is also true. Troubles also multiply the more they are ignored. If you have one trouble, you just have one trouble. If you have two trouble on the other hand, if you don't resolve your two troubles as quickly as you can, your two troubles will breed with each other and soon cause you to have 4 troubles. If you still don't settle your 4 troubles, your 4 troubles are going to cooperate and breed with each other, and guess what? Soon your 4 troubles are going to be 16 troubles. In the days to come, I got a strong feeling, this is just my gut feeling, that Abang Jo's trouble with the native customary land right issue, with Awang Tengah and the PDP SUPP feud will start to breed with each other and add a whole host of problems to the list of Abang Jo's existing problem before the Sarawak state election commences either next year or at least before April 2027. Anyway, when I wrote last year that luck had played a huge part in Abang Jo's successes, he took such an immense offense to it, that he not only denied that luck had anything to do with his success, but his people lodged half a dozen or more police report against me for saying that. Abang Jo, it seems, really believes, he might genuinely believe that it's things like his hard work. He named hard work, but I also believe he believed things like his competence, his talent, his skill, maybe his brilliance that was responsible for his success, not luck. Well, to that, all I have to say, well, it's good for Abang Jo to believe that, I suppose, because in the troubled waters ahead, I got a feeling that he can't depend on luck anymore, because I truly believe that his luck has indeed left him. Like he believes the only thing that is going to help him now is his hard work, his brilliance, his skills, and his competence. Let us hope that he is right in believing that he has an abundance of all these things. He has an abundance of hard work, brilliance, competence, and skill in him, because he's definitely going to need it in the months to come. As for his luck, well, this is what my hope, since he doesn't need it or want it anymore, I hope it will leave him and come to me. I think that regardless of how much skill or talent or competence or brilliance that I have, without luck, I will still be nothing. Like unlike Abang Jo, if I have an amazing streak of luck, like he had an amazing streak of luck, I would be grateful for it until the day I die. If his kind of luck will just see to it to favor me, I will never dismiss it as unimportant or irrelevant. Instead, I will appreciate it to the moon and back. So favor me, O luck, ye bright and shining goddess. Leave those who know not your value and be mine, so that I can put you on the pedestal where you belong. Anyway, saying that, I shall leave you as always, guys, with the hope that you stay safe and have a great day. I hope to see you again in the next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.